meeting. Then by January, that is our final examination. So, kapit na mahuman ang ato ang final exam. Our second first sem. No?
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. So, doon na mahuman sa ato ang first semester. So, you're still 34. So, wait sa takadali sa banda. 39. Okay, so let us start now. Okay, good morning once again. So our topic this morning, we are now in the fourth core competency in this subject. We are now in conduct competency assessment. This is the four core competency in training assessment and methodology. So when we see conduct of assessment, so you are now an assessor in this aspect. So I will share my presentation. So we are now in conducting competency assessment. Okay, so if you are a TM holder, no? So sa TISDA ni siya, tawag ni siya og trainers methodology, no? TM1. So if you are a full-fledged TM holder, so you are qualified to become an assessor, no? So as an assessor, you can now conduct an assessment, no? For example, EIM in situ. So pwede na ka na makahandle, pwede na ka na mag-conduct, ikaw may mag-conduct sa assessment, sa exam, no? Kung TM1 holder na ka, no? So kani ato ang subject, trainers assessment and methodology, no? This is TM. So dapat na siya after this training or this subject, pwede mo mag-take og assessment sa TISDA para ma-full-fledged mo nga TM holder, no? So as a TM holder, you are qualified to become an instructor in technical course, no? May mga TBI subject sa welding in situ, o SBAW in situ, EIM in situ, in C1, automotive servicing in C1 in situ, housekeeping in situ. So qualified na dahil mo anak magtudlo in technical courses. At the same time, makakandak na ka og assessment. Pero mag-apply pa ka og assessor, no? Kung nahuman na ka sa imong TM, then mag-apply ka for an assessor sa TISDA, no? So when you become an assessor, kung magkanda ka og assessment, na kay allowance na makuha, no? So by the way, ang assessor is na siya ay makuha nga 230 per head, no? So ang bayad sa TISDA sa imo kung magkanda ka og assessment. So bayaran ka. For example, na kay 20 ka assisi, no? Kanang magpa-assist, mag-exam for EIM in situ, no? Kung na kay 20 ka estudyante nga magpa-assist. So pila may bayad din mo ana? So mabutang na siya og 4,000 plus, no? Then as of now sa TISDA is every in a day you have only given 10 student for assessment. So napulo-pulo lang. So sa una is ang assessment sa una maabot pa gani og 20, no? Every day 20 ka estudyante mo i-assist, na pa 30. But as of now nga naaman ta sa pandemic, no, gilimit nila. So every assessment only 10 student lang, no? Per package. So napulo na kay pila man sa tag 230. So na kay 2,300, no? A day. Nakuha nimo kung maka-assist ka. Then in that competency, for example sa EIM in situ na ay 50 ka estudyante magpa-assist, niya ikaw ray assessor. So imo lang kuhaon in a 5 days. 5 ka adlaw, no? Ikaw may mag-assist. Tibasonin mo ng 50 student nga magpa-assist. So every day na kay 2,300 kay tag 230 man per head ang bayad sa imo. So makakwarta gyapon ta kung assessor ta, di ba? So this is conducting competency assessment. So how to conduct assessment, no? Ano siya ang atong so last meeting, no, mo to tong start sa ato ang topic. So our previous lesson is covered on conducting competency assessment. factors to be considered in organizing assessment activity, purpose of assessment, orientation, documentation, and appointment. Assessor's responsibility and assessor's guide. No? Muna siya ang itong last topic, last meeting. Assessment center responsibility, assessment resources, and assessment package instrument. That is included in conducting competency assessment. So this morning, our topic is all about the context of assessment. So the objective of this topic is to explain the context of assessment. So when preparing a candidate for assessment, it will result to supportive assessment environment. So the assessment is suitable for the assessment. Candidate is relaxed and not apprehensive. So the assessment establishes rapport with candidate. So the assessment provide overview of a process. Then the assessment advise candidate on assessment condition. Then the assessment answer candidate question. No? So this is the preparation for the candidate for the assessment. So kinahanglan nga ang imong assessment is suitable for the assessment. Kay EIM man imong i-assess. So EIM ang mga equipment, mga gamit. Then the candidate is relaxed and not apprehensive. Nga dili sila mahadlok, no? Uyawan sila sa assessor kay isog ayo. So relax lang. Ipa-relax lang mo ang mga candidates, ang mga exam, no? Establish a rapport with the candidate, no? So good relationship with the candidate. Provide overview of the process of the exam. No? Then you are going to answer some questions of the candidates. So preparing a candidate for assessment is an orientation activity that will inform the candidate of the following. So number one is the context and the purpose of the assessment and the assessment process. So imo gina siyang i-explain sa candidate the context and the purpose of the assessment and the assessment process. Competency standard to be assessed and the evidence to be collected. No? Atong competency standard, basic, common, and core. And the evidence to be collected. How to pass the assessment. Unsay mga evidence nga imong i-collect gikan sa nag-exam. No? Through demonstration, observation, oral questioning, or written exam. Assessment procedure, the preparation which the candidate should undertake and answer any question. No? Explain mo ang procedure sa assessment. First procedure is the written, second is the actual, and the third is the interview. No? Mao na sa ang process sa assessment. So first, mag-conduct ka og written exam. No? 30 minutes or 40 minutes written exam. Depende sa qualification, pila ka items. No? Then after that, proceed yan sa actual demonstration. Then after the actual demonstration, mag-conduct na yun ka og interview. No? One-on-one interview. That is the assessment procedure. The need and any allowable adjustment in the assessment procedure, understanding of the competency standard, evidence requirements, and assessment process. Readiness for assessment and decide on the time and place of the assessment. So as an assessor, kinahanglan nga or the tools and equipment being used for the assessment is ready. So 1 week before the assessment, pwede ka mo visit dito sa assessment center for the readiness of the tools and equipment na gamiton during sa assessment. Context of assessment. So the context of assessment is the environment or setting in which the assessment activity takes place. A combination of circumstances may be prepared and established prior to the assessment, as this will ensure the assessment process will take place as expected. So akong giingon ganiya is 1 week before the assessment, so visit ka sa assessment center for the preparation of the check nimo kung kumpleto ba gid ang tools and equipment na gamiton during sa assessment. So the context of assessment includes the following: physical setting. So muna siya ang ato mga this may be the workplace, no? An assessment center, a community project, or online setup. A venue for assessment should be made accessible to the candidate for their convenience. So the assessor should also ensure that the assessment site is conducive for assessment. So kaning mga assessment center, so kaning mga TBI school, no, kaning mga technical school, nag-apply po ni sila og assessment center. So eskwelahan sila at the same time assessment center. So after paghuman sa training sa ilang mga student, pwede ra po dito ra po sa ila i-conduct ang assessment. No? Or kung dili sila available, pwede po dito sa TISDA, no? Sample sa CUBSAT. Mao na to ang kuandya kasagaran magpa-assist og mga bata for assessment, so sa CUBSAT. Or dito sa Taguluan, no? Sa Regional Training Center sa RTC. So dito gyapon mag-conduct og assessment. So kung dili available ang mga assessor sa TISDA, kita nga naa sa private, pwede po tatawagon, no? Pwede tawagon nga pwede ta kita mo ipa-assist during sa assessment. Tools and equipment, facilities. The assessor should introduce the candidate the different tools, equipment, and facilities that will be used in the assessment center. So during the assessment, imo ginang i-introduce sa mga candidate atong mag-take og exam, what are the tools and equipment that being used, no? Unsay gamiton. Materials, the assessor should also introduce to the candidate the perishable and consumable materials required during the assessment. So unsay mga consumables, no? Other qualification, magdala pa gani og consumables ang mga assessee kanay mga mag-take sa assessment, no? For example, sa EIM NC2, what are the materials being required? Kasi na is padalaon og kami sa una nag-take mo EIM, gipadala mi og PVC pipe, no? PVC. Then wire, no? Kami mo gipadala sa materials. But karon is apil na siya sa bayad, no? Sa assessment center, kung ang bayad sa assessment is 1,500, sila na bahala na sa materials, no? Ang assessment center na may mag-provide sa materials. Dili na magdala ang katong mag-take sa exam. Purpose of assessment, the assessor should have an understanding of the purpose of assessments, such as certification, licensing, occupational health and safety, skills audits. So, imo lang explain sa candidate the purpose of the assessment, no? Employment status of the candidate, assessor can ask question to the candidate to know if the assessment is directly related to the candidate's work, no? Kaya na ay mga mag-take sa exam nga highly experienced na kayo sila, taas na kayo sila experience, ang ilalang gikinahanglan is certificate, no? So, equipped na sila sa experience, Ano sila yung mga 10 years experience, 5 years experience sa industry, wala lang sila certificate. So, imo silang mag-ask ka sa ila kinsay mga candidate nga na mga experience, no? Kay pwede mo sila i-skip sa competency nga imong ipa-actual kay kuan naman gid sila, no? Highly skilled naman sila. Karon na sila sa actual. Ang ilang kulang na lang is certification. Assist the support personnel. Some of the things that the assessors should do in preparing the candidate is to introduce the support staffs that will be a part of assessment process. It can be a toolkeeper, or the one who will issue to the needed supplies or materials. No? During sa assessment center, na sila yung mga toolkeeper, no? Okay, so that is the context of the assessment, no? Another topic is competency standard and assessment guideline, no? So our objectives is explain the candidate the competency standard to be assessed, explain the assessment guidelines, explain the reasonable adjustment. So competency standard. So the competency standard is a document that defines the competencies required for the effective performance in the workplace. So it is a written specification of the knowledge, skills, and attitude required for a performance of job or occupation and corresponding standard required for those in a workplace. So competency standard is composed of katong basic, common, and core competency. Another aspect of preparing the candidate is the introduction of the competencies to be assessed. The assessor must explicitly explain the following: relevant unit of competencies covered in the assessment. The assessors must explain the different elements covered for its competency. The evidence requirements is stipulated in the evidence guide for its unit of competency. So explain mo ang every competency na ilang i-actual, no? Then the elements, no? Katong individual gyud nga activity nga imong ihatag sa ila. And the evidence, sa may mga evidence requirements nga imong ikinahanglan nga gikan sa candidates, no? So ang ilang demonstration, ang ilang written, ang ilang interview, no? Assessment guidelines and the assessment process, no? Assessment guidelines are being developed to support each set of competency standard developed by TISDA. So ang gahimo aning assessment guidelines is ang TISDA. So confirm that the benchmark for assessment are the competency standard. Set out the rules on how evidence will be gathered. Describe the process for designing evidence gathering tools. Describe the assessment process. Set out the assessor's requirement. So the assessors must know the relevant assessment guidelines in order to ensure that assessment process are fair for all candidates. So as an assessor, fair gid mo in all candidates, dili kay naay pabor-pabor, no? Kailam ko na ko to. Kailan ako iyang igagaw, kailan ako iyang papa. So imo lang gipapasar bisag bagsak, no? Assessment processes are implemented in consistent manner. Assessment process produce high quality and consistent outcome. So by the way, as an assessor, be careful nga kita may ga-assist gyud sa ilang skill kung kabalo ba gyud sila. So kung imo lang silang gipapasar niya dili ay sila kabalo, daw bi kung mag-apply na sila og trabaho niya it patistingan sila dito sa ilang sa industry nga ilang gitrabuhan niya dili sila kabalo. So ang tawagon ana is ang assessor, no? Isa may assessor ani nga nakapasar man siya nga pati tools di man kaila, no? So sa imo siya mo banda. So ikaw may questionon. Yun sa man pag-assist nga wa may hinanawan nakapasar man. Even tools dili kaila. So sa imo mo reflect kung during sa assessment kinahanglan nga insakto gid ang evidence nga imong nakuhaon gikan sa candidate. Then another one is we have the reasonable adjustment. Reasonable adjustment, sometimes called reasonable accommodation or allowable adjustment, is designed to ensure that all people are treated equally in the assessment process. This means that whenever possible, reasonable adjustments are made to the assessment process to meet the individual needs of candidates. For example, this may involve translating written instruction into local dialect for candidates from non-English speaking background or providing instruction orally rather than in writing for candidates with limited language skills. For example, lagi dili kasabot og English, no? So unsama mo na siya. I-translate mo in Tagalog. Di pag isa kasabot og Tagalog, i-translate pag hindi mo og Bisaya, no? We have a reasonable adjustment. Adjustment are considered reasonable if they do not impose an unjustifiable hardship upon the assessment center. So in determining whether an adjustment would impose unjustifiable hardship, so the following factors should be taken into the account. So the nature of the benefits or disadvantage likely to be experienced by the candidate, the effect of the disadvantage on the person concerned, the cost of making adjustment. Forms of reasonable adjustment: translate English into local dialects, no? Use oral in place or written instruction. So di siya kabalo mo basa, so imo na lang siyang sultian sa instruction, di ba? Legal and ethical responsibilities. So apply occupational health and safety, confidentiality. So importante kayo during sa assessment kaning confidentiality. So kining assessment package kinahanglan nga as an assessor ikaw lagid mo ay naghawid ana siya. Dili na siya pwede nimo nga ipagawas-gawas o ipotocopy nimo sa candidate, no? Dili pwede nga mahibaw-an na siya sa public. Kaya that is confidentiality. Kaya once, for example, kanang written exam, no? Makatag na siya, na nakapasirox. So, natinga lang ka nga na magpa-assist, perfect man. Nakakuha dahil siya og kids, no? Gikan sa assessor. So, kanang assessment package, ang nakabaloan na is the assessment center only and the assessor. So, after the assessment, kanang assessment package kuhaon din na sa TISDA representative. So, di na siya pwede nga i-open. So, assessment package must keep in secured place, no? The assessor should ensure that all the copies of the assessment package are retrieved after the assessment activity. So, tanan gyud nga assessment package kuhaan gyud siyang balik. Candidates' assessment result must be kept confidential to ensure candidates' personality integrity. No? Assessment procedure or process must also be kept confidential. The assessors must inform the candidate to refrain from giving any form of information that took place during the assessment process. No? Dili pwede nga. So, ang nag-take sa exam, nabi po sa dito, mao na siya, no? Manghatag og kuan exam, maghatag og answer sa exam. So dili siya pwede. Pre-consent of the candidates, assessor must ensure that the candidate was not pressured in any way to be assessed. Adheres to the quality system, policies and procedure of the workplace, integrity of the assessors. Assessor must not in any way make assessment decision in favor of somebody request, be it the candidate, a close acquaintance, friend, or even powerful people. The decision must be solely based on the result of the assessment. Okay, so as an assessor, based kita sa evidence nga atong ginagather during sa assessment. So unsay imong nakita sa iya during sa demonstration, pila iyang kuha sa written, o bagsak siya sa written, dapat bawion niya sa actual, no? Kung kamay lay kulang ang iyang score sa written, tan-awon nimo during sa actual. Adapit sa katong gamay niya nga score sa every competency na man siya equivalent nga written, no? So asa dapit to siya medyo gamay kay kuha, dito mo siya banatan sa iyang performance sa iyang actual demonstration. Kung di pa niya makuha, dito na po mo siya birahan sa interview. So di pa niya makuha sa interview, ikaw lagi bahala diyan sa imong decision, di ba? As an assessor. So ang atong grado sa bata is dili siya grade, kung pasar siya sa assessment, that is competent, but when he feel that is not yet competent. So mura na siya itong ikuan sila. Kung pasar, competent. Kung bagsak, not yet competent. So mura siya itong ibutang dito sa result sa assessment. Okay, we have another topic, assessment form. So assessment form, assessors must be aware of different assessment forms being used in the assessment process. The following are the forms used in the assessment process. Number one is the candidate's application form. No? So when the candidates must have, no, naagi na siya candidate's application form is filled up by the candidate upon undergoing orientation in the assessment center. Pertinent data will be given by the candidate, such as here, personal profile, education, work experience. This form also includes the admission slip that the candidate will have to bring during the schedule of assessment. So, during the assessment, ang dalaon lagi sa candidate is kaning admission slip. Mo gani siya ang imong i-check admission slip. Dito sa ilang admission slip na sila picture, no? So, double check. Nakatubag yung naong dito sa iyang admission slip. Siya bagito. Okay, nainitabuan na nga ang nag-take sa assessment lahi, no? Para lang din siya makapasar. Okay, kapila lang siya nag-take sa assessment, bagsak siya. So, nagamit siya laing tao, mo lang sa iyang gipa-exam, no? So, hindi na siya pwede. So, as an assessor, after kita mo check sa admission slip, no? During pag-check na to sa attendance. So, tanaw ni mo ang admission slip kung ang iyang naong dito sa picture, siya ba yun? So, basin og lahi ang iyang gipa-exam. Another one is attendance sheet is one of the required forms that assessors should have to bring during the actual assessment. So, nasa attendance sheet, dito rin mo sa ipapirma ang the candidate ang mag-exam. Then, pag pirma niya sa attendance, tanawin po mo ang admission slip kung siya po yun. Competency assessment agreement refers to the document which is concord by the candidate and the assessors regarding the requirements of assessment. So, competency assessment agreement, so nani sila fill upan dito na mag-fill up sila aning competency assessment agreement. Then the registry of workers assist uncertified refers to a record that contains the documentation of the result of the assessment and as a basis for national certification. So kaning tawag ni siya og RWAC, no? Registry of Workers Assist Uncertified or RWAC, no? So ang maghimo ani is ang assessment center. Mao na ni siya ang result sa assessment nga ilang dalaon dito sa TISDA. Ang kaning nga record mapunoy basihan sa TISDA pag himo sa inyong national certificate kung nakapasar mo, no? Kining RWAC. Another form is the competency assessor's record summary, no? Or tawag og CARS, no? CARS, competency assessment result summary, refers to the consolidated assessment decision made by the competency assessor, which indicates the overall performance of the candidate during the assessment process. So, as an assessor, ikaw mo'y maghimo aning competency assessment result summary, no? Mo ni siya imong fill-upan kung competent ba ang bata or not yet competent. So, na nakabutang dito. Kining CARS. So, ang kaning CARS, mao po na siya ang dalaon sa student pag-claim sa ilahang national certificate dito sa TISDA, no? Pag-claim na sa imuhang in situ sa TISDA. Magdala ka dito og isa ka ID, colored, then payment, no? Kung magkuha na ka sa ato ang magkuha na ka sa imong in situ nga certificate. Dala ka og passport size nga ID picture. Assessment package, no? Assessment materials that are used in the assessment process. It consists of the following: the assessor's guide, competency assessor's script, candidate's guide, and the rating sheets, no? So during the actual assessment, kining rating sheets mo ni siya imong basihan, no? During sa ilang written, sa ilang demonstration, sa ilang interview. Diri ka magbase sa rating sheets. Kaya ang rating sheets na diha ang unsay sulod during sa assessment. Nakay gasundon, dili ka as an assessor, dili ka pwede nga maglahi og imuha, no? Nakay guide taga sundon. Standard man ta. All Philippines man siya, no? For example, AIM in situ diri sa Cagayan de Oro o AIM in situ dito sa Luzon, Tawi-Tawi, parihara, no? Kay standard man tanan. So dili ka pwede magbuot-buot ka as an assessor, maghimo kag imong exam, no? Kinatay gasundon nga rating sheets, no? Even sa interview, dili ka pwede maglahi og question, naara gina sa rating sheets sa kabutang, no? Okay, these are the following forms, no? Amo ni siyang application forms nga fill-upan sa candidate, sa atong estudyante kung mag-take sa assessment. Application form na din nakabutang ang ilang ID picture, passport size, colored, signature, date, then ilang mga fill-upan nila diri, yung mga information, tanan. Then this is the admission slip, no? I-bring nila during sa assessment, no? Then ay nakabutang diri ID picture. Tanaw mo dia o siya ba gid ang nag-take sa assessment. So walay admission slip, no exam, no? Mo na imong basihan. Another form is mo na siya ang RWAC, no? Ang RWAC, this is filled by the assessment center. Sa office na siya, no? Dili na siya trabaho sa assessor. Then this is the competency assessment result summary or the CARS, no? So trabaho niya sa assessor. Ikaw ay mag-fill up ano, candidate's name, assessor's name, qualification, assessment center. Then dinida yon ang kabutang dire competent, not yet competent. Kung nipasar ang imong candidate, chika na nimong competent. Kung bagsak siya, not yet competent, no? So candidate signature, assessor signature, kinahanglan complete gyud ang ato ang information nga ihatag. Dili pwede nga malimtan nimo og signature sa an assessor. So dili pwede. Dili na dawaton dito sa TISDA office, no? Yan complete gid siya. Okay, next is the form of evidence, no? So, what are the evidence you will be gathered during the assessment to be observed for the decision of the candidate kung pasar ba siya o dili, no? So, evidence is information gathered which, when matched against the performance criteria, provides proof of competency. Evidence can take many forms and be gathered from a number of sources, no? So ang atong evidence is maybe direct evidence or indirect evidence. So kani atong direct evidence mo na siya ang ilang written interview demonstration, no? Ang indirect evidence mo na sila ang such as forms testing, ang ilang mga references from the employers, na sila employment certificate na nagtrabaho na sila. Ano yung mga indirect evidence? Ano yung basihan? So, direct evidence is an evidence that can observe and witnessed by the assessors, no? Either observation, oral questioning, or demonstration. Indirect, man siya itong understanding knowledge, no? So, matuwag yung kaniya is mga certificate gikan sa ilang gitrabahoan. Evidence of training. Methods of gathering evidence. There are various ways of gathering evidence. Among these are multiple observation. By the assessors of the candidates carrying out the work activities. Demonstration of specific skills needed to complete the task. Assessors of technical qualities or finished product. Written test of understanding knowledge, oral questioning of the candidates, reference from previous employer. So, muna siya ato ang gathering evidence. Okay, so another topic, kamo na ang mag-study ani, ways of gathering evidence para di ta malangan. So, kamo na ang akong tagaan ani og time pagbasa dayon studyhan. So, my next slide is about how to do the script in conducting competency assessment. By the way, any clarification, question before tayo proceed sa atong another topic?
Wala na, sir.
Okay, so let us proceed to the script, no? So in actual, kani siya inyo gini siya memorization dayon ipa-demonstrate mo ani, no? Kung sa actual gid nga training, pahimuon mo ani og script dayon ipa-perform mo how to conduct an assessment. So this is the example of the script, no? So this is bread and pastry production in situ, no? Example na siya, no? So muna siya ang script. Good morning everybody. My name is Marian Rivera ang ibutan nila. I am an accredited competency assessor for bread and pastry production in situ. Wear an ID. So naa kay ID gyud nga ginabitay, no? As an assessor, tagaan man ta og ID from the TISDA, no? Mag-apply ka dito og ID para naa kay ID nga ID for an assessor. Nagbutang dito dako kay nga ID, no? nakabutang po dito unsa nga qualification, no? Example kani bread and pastry production. So ang imong ID bread and pastry production. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Jerome Manriquez, our TISDA representative from Provincial Office. So imo gina siyang istorya, no? Kinaaman naman tayo TISDA representative. During the assessment na ay TISDA rep, no? Tawag na TISDA representative na mag-observe sa ato ang assessment kung yun sa mo pag-conduct ang assessment. Dili sila manghilabot sa imo, mag-observe lang sila. Kung naay mga problema, pwede po tamo doon sa ila. So I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Jerome Manriquez, kung kinsa man tong mo TISDA representative dito, imong istorya ang name. Our TISDA representative from Provincial Office. So you don't have to worry about his presence. His presence is here to oversee the conduct of assessment and to check if it is in accordance of the prescribed conduct of competency assessment methodology and procedure. He will not assist you. No? So mag-observe lang sila. Before I will start, let me first check the attendance. So muna imong buhaton as an assessor. First is to check the attendance of the candidate. So please present to me your admission slip. Once I call your name, pasign of attendance, mga assisi, then compare attendance og face if some og same ba, no? So pag tawag sila ngalan, dala ang ilang admission slip, i-check nimo ang ilang picture kung mao ba gyud siya ba gyud ang nag-take sa assessment, no? Kung wala admission slip na wala, di sila ka-take sa assessment. I have here with me my SAG. SAG is self-assessment guide. This is the indication that you know and can perform all the units of competency enumerated for bread and pastry production in situ. So before the assessment, daan na sila pilapan. SAG, it means check lang dito, no? Kung prepared ba sila anang assessment, yes lang sila, yes. Kung nasa sila gino dito, it means nga dili sila ready for the assessment. Kung yes tanan, ready for the assessment ang atong candidate. I would like to welcome you all our center for your assessment on bread and pastry production in situ. So the purpose of this assessment is to determine the level of your competency, and this will run for 4 hours. No? So dili yung nga 4 hours lang gini siya, no? Kasagaran is 8 hours kita. Usay mamlapas pa, maabtan pa og gabi kung dugay mahuman ang candidate, no? Kaya naman tayo allowable allowance. Kaya naman silang allowance ang bata na maka-answer, na maka-perform. Today, I'm going to administer competency assessment for bread and pastry production in situ. The qualification of bread and pastry production in situ is composed of basic, common, and core competency. For our core competency, we have, so imo gini siyang enumerate, no? During sa assessment. Imo gini enumerate ang 4 core competency, or how many core you have in your qualification. For example, sa housekeeping in situ, pila ka core niya. Sa automotive in situ, pila ka core. Sa will ismaw, pila ka core. So imo na siyang i-introduce sa bata. So, example lang siya sa bread and pastry, core competency. So, number 1 core competency is prepare and produce bakery products. Second core is prepare and introduce pastry products. Third is prepare and present gate ox, tortillas and cakes. Present and display pitted apples. Present dessert. So, muna siya ang core competency. So, imo gina siya i-introduce dito sa candidate. Pila ka competency ang imuhang assessment. Kaya mo man imong basihan sa during sa assessment, ang kaning core competency mo ay i-conduct sa atong assessment, no? Core competency. Kaya mo ang magiging siya ang sa demonstration sa actual. Okay, so orientation proper. So imong isulti ang purpose of the context of the assessment. So the task to be performed in our build and phase production in situ assessment is on how to operate an electric hand mixer. Example na siya, no, sa build and phase 3. I will collect evidence through demonstration, oral questioning, and written test. No? So, ayang evidence na i-collect gikan sa candidate is through demonstration, oral questioning, and written test. This assessment method can help determine your understanding knowledge and skills. Some of you might use this for local and international employment, and others will use for certificate purposes. So the purpose of the assessments sa atong estudyante is for to have a national certificate, no? Certificate in situ. For the purpose of employment. For your personal needs, toilet room is in the left corner of this room, and canteen is located beside the admin office. So imo gyapon yung ibanggit, no? Asa lapit ang CR, asa lapit ang canteen during sila mag snack, no? Or mag sila, mag CR sila. So imo sila tudluan. If you have language problem and any difficulties of understanding the given instruction, do not say shy and hesitate to talk to me. I am more willing to help you. No? Kung ay dili ka sabot og English, Tagalog, kung di ka sabot og Tagalog, na Bisaya. When performing tasks, ensure proper safety and observe proper body mechanics in lifting heavy objects. So, imo gining i-emphasize ang safety, no, during sa assessment. Safety gear kay basi na ay madisgrasya, no? In case you have questions on your assessment result, you have the right to appeal and submit to the provincial office where the assessor is accredited. So, in case nga ang estudyante di siya modawat sa iyang na imo siyang gibagsak, no? Not yet kompetensya. She has the right, no, to appeal o himo siya letter submit to the provincial office, no? So imo nang tubagon as an assessor kaya may nag-complain. Regards of the assessment, we observe strict confidentiality to maintain integrity. Result must be kept by authorized personnel only. So refrain from giving information about assessment to ensure integrity. So as I discussed earlier nga ang ato ang assessment is confidential. Dili pwede nga manghatag ta og mga answer, no? If you have concern, problems, and question with our assessment, don't hesitate to ask me. I am more willing to help you. So do you have any questions or clarification? If none, I will now distribute the competency assessment agreement sheets. Please read the instruction carefully and answer all the questions outlined in the document. If you need assistance, I will be more willing to assist you. So after adding a part of explain, give the specific instruction na dayon. So na sila ansiran kining competency assessment agreement. Then before paghatag explain sa ni, no? Say guide mo sa script. After your demonstration, I will ask you some questions related to your demonstration. You may call me when there is a need for me to translate, explain item for clarification. After questioning portion, I will give you feedback about your performance. Any question, clarification? If no, you may now start. No? So actual demo or written test na dayon or oral questioning. So imo sa silang introduce sa ila unsay imong process, no? So imo siyang introduce sa ila. First is we have a written exam kung asa imong unahon. But usually as an assessor, kung ako ang mag-assess, mag-una gid ko sa written test, written exam. Tanawon sa ako ilang underpinning knowledge, no? Written test. So, kasali, we have given only 30 minutes, 40 minutes, no? Or 1 hour sa written test, no? Then after the written test, proceed tayo yun sa actual demonstration, no? Sa actual demonstration, kaya din maging siya makalangan. After the actual demonstration, we have an oral questioning. So, one-on-one oral questioning. So, muna siya ang process sa assessment. So, imo na siyang i-introduce sa ila. The process of the exam. No? First, we have the written test, then actual demonstration, then we have the oral questioning. So, after actual demonstration na yun sa mga trainees. Then, divide them by 2. No? Or pila ka grupo nimo sila. Written and exam para lahi-lahi ila work to minimize the given time allotted. But kung 10 candidates lang, pwede lang nimo sila usahon. No? Idungan nimo sila og written test. Then, after that, actual demonstration. No? But sa actual demonstration, dili na sila yung tanan idungan. Depende sa availability sa ato ang facilities, tools and equipment. For example, sa EIM in situ, pila ka ang assessment center nalay 3 ka wiring board, no? Wiring board. So turo ra ang mauna, no? Turo ra ang mauna og do the actual demonstration. So ang uban mag-wait sa until mahuman ang tulo. Ana sa imong buhaton, no? Kay individual magin sila. So ang uban magpaabot sa lingkod sa sila, paabot sa may makahuman sa actual demonstration. But kung kompleto sila og wiring bot, ang example ang assessment center na pulo ka ilahang wiring bot o wiring board, so pwede mo sila idungan ang napulo, no? Nga imong ipa-actual demonstration. Kaya kompleto man sila. Observe them and walk around. Never mag-comment. Just rate them. So during sa muna siya ang observation sa gathering evidence, no? So observe lang ka sa during sa ilang actual. Then pwede mo during sa ilang actual, imo siyang pangutanon, no? Imo siyang i-question about sa unsay iyang gibuhat. Candidate, this is the assessment area where you are going to perform how to operate the electric hand mixer, no? So muna siya ang naka-proceed na ka sa actual demonstration, no? Then after sa actual demonstration, the last is oral questioning, individual. Then feedbacking na yan, sa last na. Kung nahuman na lugar o tanan, human na og written, human na og demonstration, then nahuman na naman sila og oral questioning, naka-fill up na ka sa tanan nga forms, no? Kinahanglan tanan nga forms, imo nang i-fill upan. Then, mag-conduct na yun ka sa last, the feedbacking, no? Feedbacking. Provide feedback. So, for example, kapasara siya, Miss Guapa, you are excellent and good. You perform the task within the standard requirements of the bid and pastry production in situ qualification. So, give the cards na yun of the papirma of state where the claim the in situ certificate is the provincial office. You can proceed besides Mugs School. So, ano? So, once nga nakapasara siya, ihatag na mo ang papirma, na mo siya sa cards, no? So, pirma sa cards. Congratulations, you are competent in this assessment. Another feedbacking is the negative side. So, in feedbacking, sa itong unahon, una kita sa positive feedback. Ay, hata mag-negative, no? Kung nabagsak siya, una sa positive, ayaw sa edit siya bigla, so nga, bagsak siya, no? Negative feedback, Miss Cute, I'm sorry, we are not able to perform within the standard requirements of the breed and pastry production in situ qualification. Please review and practice and come back after 1 month for reassessment. If you're confident already, don't worry, you will be assessed on the part that you are not yet competent, then pasayan din sa CARS na yun. No? So, pwede po dili mo siya diretso o you are not able to perform. Okay, Miss Cute, you are passed for the 3 competencies, but only 2 competencies that you are fail. No? So, for example, 5 ka competencies, pasar siya sa 3 ka competencies, 2 lang iyang nabagsakan. During sa assessment, kung not yet competent siya, imong i-state dito kung, for example, kaning ato ang bread and pastry is 4 competency, no? 4 ka competency. So, for example, 1 and 2 competency is kompetensya, then not yet kompetensya sa 3 and 4, imo siyang ibutang dito sa CARS, no? Then, once nga mag-reassessment siya, after 1 month, kung ready na siya, so, ang imo siyang iingon dito nga, please review and practice, come back after 1 month for reassessment. So, after 1 month, magpa-reassess siya. Pwede na siya magpa-reassess. Then, only ang iyang balikan sa pag-assessment, katurang competency nga na-fill siya. 3 and 4 lang iyang balikan. Kapasar naman siya sa 1 and 2 na competency. So dito sa CARS, ibutang mo dito nga 1 and 2 is competent, nabagsak lang siya, sa not yet competent lang siya sa 2 and 3 competencies. So ala atong buhaton. Okay, so this is the script, no? Dapat ni siya, inyo ni siyang i-memorize, but in your activity, maghimo lang mo ani sa inyong script, no? Kay mo mo script, but do not memorize. Inyo lang ipasa sa ako ang inyong script based on your qualification nga gihimuan ninyo og katubit ang last nga naghimo mo og kahimo mo og sa plant training session, naghimo mo naghimo mo topic, no? Unsa nga kompetensya ang inyong gihimo? Ismao ba? Naghimo mo information sheets, no? Naghimo mo information sheets. Naghimo pagid mo og katong isa akong ipahimo sa inyo. So based sa iyong information sheets, unsa to nga qualification nga inyong gihimo, for example, housekeeping, no? Or electronics servicing in situ, or SMAW in situ, or EIM in situ. Based dito mo na iyong buhatan o script, no? Muna iyong buhatan og script. Based sa iyong gihimo nga qualification. Itong iyong information sheets na gihimo bitang gi-submit sa ako during sa midterm topic, no? Naghimo mo ato og information sheets ug sa tunga qualification ang iyong gihimuan. At this time, mao pod iyong buhatan og script, no? Sa conduct of assessment, wa ta nakahimo ani. By the way, katong conduct facilitate training session, no? Dapat naghimo gyapon ta ato script wala ko to na appeal sa iyong activity, no? Katong facilitate training session is kamo ang mag-conduct sa training, no? Kamo ang mag-conduct sa training. Then kining conduct competency assessment kamo na assessor, no? Assessor na mo siya, assessor na mo. So at this time, you make an script on how to conduct an assessment in a qualification inyong gi-select, no? So, muna na siyang activity number. This is activity number 4. No? Okay, activity number 4 naman ta. So, number 1 activity is ako lang i-review kung ano mo nakahimo. Activity number 1 is activity number 1 na to. Progress charts.
Progress chart, sir.
Activity number 2, training plan. Then activity number 3
Training.
is katong quiz na to, no? In Google form. Then
Laga sir, activity 5, ba ito kung nabutang sa itong activity 1 na to, sir, ba? Okay na ka to, sir? Natatulan ako activity 5, sir, kaya no 5 to kay activity 4 man talas sa first semester.
sige lang, sakto man katong to, sulod.
Sakto na pa lang sa sir, ang title lang yun, sir, activity 5 akong nabutang, sir.
Okay. So, ay lang mo kalimot sa iyong name dayon section kaya ang uban man gud for example katong sa Google form ayaw ibil ang ibutang, no? Napoy nagbutang dito nga ngalan ra walay section, importante ang section. Kay you are 5 section, 5 mo ka section. So maglisod ko pag pangita sa iyong name. Ang ngalan ra gibutang walay section. No? So this is activity number 4. So any clarification, question? That's all our discussion for this morning. So wala na yung pumunta na?
Ano, sir?
About sa sir. About sa kaning mga playground si sir, dapat ba kaning in situ holder ka sir o kanilang TM1 nga certificate?
Okay, once nga mag-apply mo og assessor, dapat una na mo in situ, no? So una na mo in situ, pwede na mo mag-training og TM, no? Kani ato ang gibuhat karon. Then once nga after sa training sa TM, proceed mo sa assessment, no? Naman ni assessment sa TM. So once nga
Trainer's methodology ng TM, sir, ba?
Trainer's methodology.
Ang kamantay ko, ano, sir?
So kanin tanan nato nga topic naani sa TM1, Trainer's methodology. Then once nga na mo in situ, eskwela mo TM kani atong topic karon, ato ang subject. Then once ka makapasar mo aning TM, inyo na yung ipa-NTTC ang inyong in situ National TB Training Certificate sa TISDA gyapon. Pag ma-NTTC na ang iyong in situ, apply dayon mo og assessor, no? Assessor na dayon. How to apply assessor? During sa assessment, kung na assessment, for example, SMAW na nag-assessment, mag-apply mo dito sa province nga mingon mo nga maghimo mo letter dito, mag-apply mo ka assessor. Then ipa-conduct dayon mo mag-conduct din mo assessment, no? With the assessor nga taga TISDA, no? So either tagaan mo og napulo ka estudyante kamo mo ipa-assess, no? Then i-rate mo sa iya ha katong kauban mo nga assessor nga taga TISDA, i-rate ka niya og pasar ka. Then iyang ipasa ang papel dito sa TISDA. Then after that ila ka weeks, no? Makuha anto imong certificate as an assessor. So pwede na rin ka maka-assess ini based sa inyong qualification. For example, SMAW ka or EIM baka imong in situ nimo. So pwede na ka maka-assess sa EIM or SMAW. No? Siya. Kung daghan ka og in situ, naka-in situ sa building, naka-in situ sa automotive, naka-in situ sa computer, pwede mo siya i-apply as an assessor kanang tulo. Pero mag-loading ka, no? Loading ang tawag na siya, mag-loading. Sample, assessor na ka sa EIM. Gusto na po ka mag-assessor sa SMAW. So, mag-letter na po ka sa province, sa TISDA province, na mag-conduct ka og loading. for as an assessor sa another qualification sa ISMAW. So, makakwarta gyapon mo kay during sa assessment, sa gingon ako na kay 230 per head, no? Ito pang niaging tuig, 100 plus pa na siya, no? 150 pa na siya. Ang bayad karon mahal na, 230 na. Tapos na siya ikuan nga mo increase pa gyud. So, ug na kay 20 ka estudyante imong i-assist, isa ra ka adlaw di 4,000 imong adlaw, di ba? Kwarta ka. Kung 50 ka estudyante, na dako kay mo magkwarta, di ba? Nga ikaw ay mag-assist. So, magkakwarta gyapon ta during sa assessment. Then, kung TM holder ka, pwede po ka mag-apply as a trainer, no? Pwede ka makatudlo sa mga technical course. Even diya sa sa USTP, pwede ka makatudlo lagi pagitaan gyapon nila diya og TM. Especially sa College of Technology, no? Kung part-time ka, pwede po ka magka-part-time diya sa ilang mga sa College of Technology. Kailangan sila yung mga kuan diya. Kurso nga autotronics, electromechanical, no? So, mag-hire sila og instructor kung naapog kayo mga certificates from TISDA. No? Or sa mga TBI school, no? Mga private school. Pero mas based yun sa university ka kuan maka-apply, makasulod. Okay, no more queries. Paliw ko on sa inyong camera. Ay, napay karon pala kasulod nga kuha na ta.
Magmalin ako cellphone sir kay wala kami ng computer sir.
Okay. Okay. Smile. Okay, that's all for this morning session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.